You know, some of the things, even with some of the racial tension, some of these things in some ways might be connected. Because it's like, if you think about what community is COVID hitting, and I live in the midst of a community where we have a number of white friends and, you know, a number of Black friends. And as I'm getting calls and emails from people that are affected, it's mostly people in the Black community. I have people that we live near that they didn't know anybody that had been affected by COVID. And as I share with them Sierra's story, they're blown away. They're blown away by it. So you got a segment of the population, because of the fact that Blacks, Latinos, we are demographically, we don't have as much money. More of us are on those frontline jobs, those essential jobs. And so we're the ones in harm's way. And the virus, when it's hitting people, we're the ones who are being impacted most greatly. Would the response, and I don't know, but I want to throw the question out, would the response be the same if it were hitting the white community at the same clip as it's hitting the Black community, the Latino community? When you look at a country who from the very beginning of it, it was almost like this country was built on the backs of Blacks, built on the backs of slaves. And we were looked at then as expendable. And if we didn't do what they wanted us to do, you know, they sell us or they kill us, they lynch us. And now Black lives are dying from COVID, as well as the other things we see in our country. And it's like, does it really matter? Because it's a community that hasn't been cared about much by the country. And so I think there's just a lot of things tied in where all of this is exposing, like, as a country, we need to do better by all of our citizens. We need to do, and especially those that have been mistreated and abused and not given the rights that they should have had in this nation. It's now time for us. I think God is exposing a lot of things and bringing it to the forefront that we got to get right. First of all, with Him, and then we got to start treating one another with dignity and value, regardless of the color of our skin. So it shouldn't matter if Black people are dying or Latinos are dying. People are dying. People created in the image of God are dying. And regardless of the color of our skin, every one of us should care. Yeah. But the sad thing is we don't. And I think even some of the racial tension, COVID has exasperated that, because we see that happening. So it's not just about George Floyd, you know, it's all these things compounded together. The economic disparity, the abuse by police, and now there's a plague that's going on in our country, and who's it affecting most? Blacks and Hispanics, and nobody seems to care. And so that really is sad.
Amen.
Wow.